Oh dear, oh dear. It seems we have another rat in our trap. So what is it this time? An explorer? A little lost sheep who has wandered from its flock? Ah, I see. We have another of those pesky witch hunters. Oh dear. What a bother. Now I assume you are part of a larger hunting party. So why don't you tell me where the rest of your merry band is, and we can keep this interaction pleasant. The strong, silent type. You really aren't making this easy for me. I've got stuff to do today. Important stuff. And I can't be distracted by the thought of witch hunters roaming about my forest, looking for doors to kick in all heroically. So I'll ask you again. Where are your friends? What's that? Alone? Interesting. This one certainly has some big brass ones if they're gonna hunt for those vile witches on their own. And from the look on their face, they don't seem too concerned about their predicament. Even though they were dumb enough to get caught in a simple rope trap. I suppose that could work, but the preparation might take a bit. Do we have anywhere to put them? Hush! Can't you see I'm in the middle of a conversation? I have to say you are quite rude. First you trespass on my land, then you interrupt me in the middle of a conversation. Your mother did not teach you good manners. That is no way to treat a lady. Well, what am I then? Well, obviously. I'm definitely not a priest. I fail to see how my magical persuasion prevents me from still being a lady. I don't know if you were expecting some hag in a pointed hat and a crooked nose who boils babies. But that is very discriminatory, and I demand you apologize at once. My furry friend here agrees. We may seemingly be enemies, but there is no reason to be rude. There's no excuse for bad manners. Perhaps I should spin you round while you're up there, until you get sick. Or I could put you to work. I could put a spell on you and make you my thrall. It would be quite funny for a witch hunter to become her servant. My, you've gone absolutely pale now. You're so cute when all the bravado falls away. Maybe I'll let you go. Just kidding. This should help you sleep. Can't have you flailing about while I carry you to my home. Ah, you're finally awake. I was worried I used too much sleeping powder and I knocked you out forever. Now, settle down. Don't get up so quickly unless you want to fall flat on your face. I imagine you're a bit groggy after your little nap. How long have you been out? Well, let's see, it's been about 5 weeks. You were only supposed to be out for a few hours. I guess I grabbed a bit too much powder when I threw it in your face. Turns out I was only supposed to use a pinch, but that's what happens when you try to look cool. Here, let me help you. Now that you're up, we can get down to business. Back in the forest, I told you I was putting you to work. And that is true. In a certain sense. I know I said you'd be my servant, but I prefer the term assistant. Now, I know your principles as a hunter would dictate that you would never willingly serve a witch. But you're really just a hunter in name, aren't you? I saw your crossbow. Not a single notch on it. Most hunters mark their weapons to keep count of their kills. Quite a grisly leaderboard when you think about it. No doubt your comrades brought you along for initiation, but it would seem that you did not pass. By now, I'm sure they're just waiting for your body to turn up. Afraid so. Oh, don't look so glum. Think of it as a fresh start. There are worse fates, you know. Like being dragged to the underworld by a succubus, crushed by a lamius tail, eaten by an arachnid, drained by a vampire. A witch taking you in as an assistant is hardly a cruel twist of fate. That reminds me, we need to talk about this whole witch thing. I prefer to be called a scholar. I mean, yes, I will admit I have dabbled in hexes and curses now and again, summoned a few demons and given a man a nasty case of chicken pox. But that doesn't make me a nasty hag living in a hut. So, no more of this witch nonsense. Got it? All right then. Good. That will certainly make your job a lot more tolerable. Now, if you're done loafing around in bed all day, it's time for you to get to work. I need your help cleaning my laboratory. I had a bit of an accident a few days ago, and it made quite the mess. Everywhere. A half-cooked, homunculus kind of exploded. I managed to clean it up a bit, but I need some help getting into those hard-to-reach places. Unfortunately, I have yet to find a spell that makes me taller. I usually just toss buckets of water, but that's like a whole nother spill to clean up. I know this isn't what you imagined when I said assistant, but until further notice, you're under probation. No real important task until I can trust you not to sabotage me. Let's not forget, you did trespass on my land with the intent to kill me. So for now, you'll be on errand duty. Please, spare your thanks, I can tell how excited you are. Well, come along now. Homunculus guts won't scrape themselves from the ceiling. Name. Well, I don't suppose I have a name. Not one I can remember, at least. I could just make you call me mistress. Actually, I'll have a pass on that. You might like that. Huh. I suppose you can call me Willow.